everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing oh god, I messed it up already. The mid-year book freakout tag. Why is that so hard for me to say? What's this behind me? Oh, some heckin' star things. What are these doing down there? Oh god. Right, so this is a tag. I haven't been tagged. I'm not going to tag anyone. I feel like it's one of those tags that you don't tag people, if you know what I mean. There are some tags in the book community that you just don't tag people in, and this is one of them. You just do it. Okay. Does anyone care? No. So, the first question, or prompt, or what, I don't get really what it is. The first thing is the best book you've read so far this year. So, there isn't really anything that properly stands out to me as my favourite book of this year. So I had to think about this one. I'll get into why. It's been quite difficult for me later on in the video. But there are two books that I think I would say were my favourites of this year. And the first one is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. And the second one is Far from the Madding Crowd. You might be wondering, why is there a hecking clip on it? And it's because if there wasn't a clip on it, it would all just fall apart. Because look at that spine. That's not a healthy spine. No, there's some back surgery on that. So, Before the Coffee Gets Cold is a Japanese bestseller, the Japanese bestseller, and it's a book about, what's it about? I can remember. So basically, these people run a cafe, and there's a chair in there, and it's the magic chair. And if you sit in the chair, you can go back to the past. But you have to come back before the coffee gets cold. So there we go, that's the premise of this. It's very good, I would definitely recommend it. There are like 5 different stories that we follow, and yeah, it's really good. What more can I say without spoiling it? Not really much. There's not a cat in it, just so you know. So don't get it if you're expecting a hecking cat, because there isn't one in it. And Far from the Madding Crowd, oh my god, this was so long since I read this. I started reading this last year, kids. So it's about this bloke who loves this woman called Bathsheba, and he's just a bit weird. Well, he's not weird, he's alright. His name's Farmer Oaks, I think. Is his name Farmer Oaks? I can't ever remember now. Let's just say his name's Farmer Oaks, because I think that's what his name was. It's so funny. Like, I can't remember the plot. I just remembered that everyone loves Bathsheba, and she just can't heckin' handle it. She's like, oh, there's attention on me. And she's really funny, and there's just, oh my god, there's so many bits of irony and satire in it, and it's just really, really, really good. Yeah, it's just, I wasn't expecting this to be so funny, but it was a good time. My partner has read some of the other Thomas Hardys, so like Jude the Obscure, Mary Casterbridge, Test of the Juvenils, and those are pretty sad books. Sad things happen in them. So I was expecting this to be sad, but it wasn't. It was happy, for the most part, anyway. And look at the sheeps, lots of sheeps. If you like sheeps, sheep? Is sheep the plural? Sheep, oh my god. Sheep is the plural of sheep. Right, next one. God, that was long-winded, wasn't it? Second one is, what's the best sequel you've read so far this year? I've read Harry Potter, which I don't want to mention that much in this. Any of my videos from the future, actually. So, let's just pretend I didn't read those. And then I read the heckin' Hunger Games second book. What's that called? Catching Fire. Thought it was alright. 4 stars. Mind you, the one I'm going to pick is 4 stars as well, but it's a better 4 stars. More like a 4.5. And that is, I can't be bothered to get it out because it's such a heckin' pain to get it out of this box. A Clash of Kings, there it is, by George R.R. Martin. So, again, I started reading this in heckin' like March. I need to stop saying heckin' because it's gonna, doing the CCs on heckin' is really difficult. Anyway, it took me ages to read this book. Some of it I thought was really boring, like when all the men are talking about their plans for all the wars. I'm like, this is so boring and I don't care. So that happens quite a lot. So I was thinking of just, I don't know, not finishing it, but just kind of, you know, skipping the bit, you know. But there are very good parts to it, and especially the ending is proper good. I can't really say what it's about unless you have read the first book or know about Game of Thrones. There are lots of people in this book who claim that they should have the Iron Throne. So the Iron Throne is just like, oh blimey, how do you even explain it? I'm a bit stupid, so it's difficult to explain these kind of things. Basically, supreme leader of all the lands, sort of. A lot of people disagree. Anyway, so you have Daenerys, she's like, oh, I'm queen, and there's lots of reasons why people think they're queen, and you have Stannis, who's like, no, I'm the king, and he has this scary lady who can perform witchcraft, and it's just weird. So anyway, yeah, good book. What more can I say? I can say more, but it would just be blubbery. So, number 3, a new release you haven't read yet, but you want to. I would like to read Clap When You Land. So, I've heard so many good things about this. I heckin' love the cover. Stop saying heckin'. It's an amazing cover. It's just beautiful, man. Beautiful. And yeah, I can't remember if I've said I've heard lots of good things about it. I don't really know that much about it other than that. I think it's about a girl and her dad dies in a plane accident, which was a real plane accident. One of the plane accidents that has caused the most fatalities, I believe, ever. And I never even heard about this in the news, so I was shocked when I heard about it. So it would be interesting to read about, because I don't often read about grief in... I don't often read books where the grief is portrayed very well. So I'm looking forward to reading a book where the grief is done really well, because I've heard from Jazz that it's very good, very good. Another book, We Are Okay, that does grief quite well, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, I would like to read that. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. My heckin' eyes not stopping leaking. I'm really looking forward to, hopefully, if I can afford it, reading The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. So I've read, oh god, what have I read by him? I can't remember now. How to Stop Time, very, very good book. And The Humans. I have The Humans, don't I? Somewhere. Oh heck, I flipped all my books round. Yeah, both I loved a lot. They're very different. The Humans is very funny. I'm not going to talk about what they are, but I feel like his style is very diverse, which is good, so he can do lots of different things. So I'll be interested to see what the Midnight Library is about. It gives me, sort of, from reading the synopsis, a kind of Starless Sea vibe, and I hate the word vibe, but it's all I can think of to use. So it just seems kind of mystical and magical, it seems, and it's got books in it, so fabulous. Fabulous. Number 5 is your biggest disappointment. So my biggest disappointment isn't a book, but it's just the fact that I've hardly had any 5-star reads this year. It's been so rubbish. I've just... I would have thought by this time I would have found another favourite book of all time, but I haven't, and it's really, really sad. So I've done a lot of rereading, like Harry Potter, which obviously I give 5 stars to, even though the author is a piece of poo. The first Hunger Games book, which is a heckin' reread, so all these rereads are 5 stars, but actually I think I've only had like 4 or 5 5-star reads this year, and they're not even strong 5 stars. So, that's my biggest disappointment. Along with, oh god, where is it? Norwegian Wood. Oh, there's a thing in it. Norwegian Wood was a big disappointment. I didn't know Murakami liked breasts so much, and talking about them. It's heckin' annoying. But yeah, those are my disappointments. I mean, 2020 is just a big disappointment for everyone, isn't it, really? The next thing is biggest surprise. What is my biggest surprise? I've written it down. Maybe I should just read it. Oh yes, my biggest surprise is how many books I've read. So, how many books have I read? I think it's like 46, which is pretty good for me. That is, yeah, the best 6 months of reading I think I've ever had. Well, best as in the quantity I've read. I remember when I first started getting into reading books, I set myself the target of 52 books in a year, and I thought that was incredibly optimistic, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never going to do this. So the fact that I've got 46 or whatever it is already, I think it's pretty good in my opinion. So that's my biggest surprise. It feels like I haven't even been reading that much more, so yeah, wicked. Number 7 is your favourite new author. So I haven't really read that much by one particular author, but I would say Thomas Hardy is my new favourite author, even though I've only read one of his heckin' books. It's just because when I think of authors that I'd like to read more of, It's definitely Thomas Hardy. And I've got that Murakami there, but I'm not really too, you know, powered up to read it. Whereas when I think of Judy Obscure, when I think of the Miracasta Bridge, I'm like, yes, I want to read those. So I would say Thomas Hardy. Number 8 is your newest fictional crush. No one. I don't have fictional crushes. In books, at least. Like, if they're in films, so I can actually properly gauge, like, what they're like. God, that's just offended the whole book community, isn't it? I'm not saying that, like, in books, you can't gauge what a character's like, but I find it difficult to kind of visualise characters. So sometimes I would think of a character as an actor, for example. Even if the descriptions are really, really good, I find it very hard. So, yeah, that's probably why I don't have any fictional crushes. In books, anyway. I mean, in films, yeah. No, I'm doing that. Number 9 is your newest favourite character. This was the one question on here that I knew straight away. The others I had to really think about. And it's Norva in High Rise Mystery. Oh! Norva is just heckin' great. She's just such a laugh, and she's funny, and I just love her personality. So, High Rise Mystery, just think Sherlock Holmes, but here's the thing, it's not like Sherlock Holmes. And I hate how all heckin' mystery and crime and whatever is linked back to Sherlock Holmes. But it is like Sherlock Holmes, in that there are two main characters who are solving a mystery. That's it, really. Are there any more comparisons? No, that's it. They're both quite clever as well, which is nice. Basically, this bloke dies on their estate, and it's up to Nick and Norva to find out who did it. Well, it's not, I mean, it's the police, but they want to find out because they're friends with this person who was murdered. And, oh, it's just such a good time. It really okay, this is going to sound weird, but it reminds me a bit of home. So, I did live on a council estate when I was like 2, but I don't remember it. But where I lived for all my teenage years was next to a council estate, so I knew lots of people from council estates, and they had, in that council estate they had 2 high-rise buildings. Well, they had lots, but I mean the proper ones are 2 towers, and just reading about this, it really reminded me of being at home. I know I don't sound like I'm from somewhere next to a council estate, but I think that's because I went to uni with, well, I did music at uni, and there's lots of private school people who do music apparently, so yeah, I've kind of got a poshness to my voice now, which is a bit annoying because I don't heckin' like the bourgeoisie. I especially don't sound like I'm from a heckin' working class background when you put me on like 1.5 speed. I don't know why I sound so posh, but yeah, anyway, excellent book, and there's so much slang in it, like allow it. Oh, I was gassed. Oh my god, I sound so white and it's stupid. But anyway, yeah, it's just excellently done. Norva is great. Heckin' read that book, man. The next one is a book that made you cry. A book has never made me cry. A book has nearly made me cry, but I've never properly cried. So, yeah, I just don't cry at books. I think I don't cry at books because, again, I can't properly visualise the things happening in the books compared to like a film. So when that very sad thing happened in the first Hunger Games book and film, I didn't cry in the book, but I cried at the film. I was in heckin' tears in the film, man. A book that made you happy. Again, this is going to be this is going to have to be High Rise Mystery because it's the first one that came to my head. Not only, well, it obviously is a bit sad in places because someone's heckin' died, but just the characters is just so well done, and it's just such a good time. Yeah. Very fun. And there's a dog in it, which is even better. Number 12 is the most beautiful book you have, you've bought so far this year. I haven't really heckin' bought any books this year because I haven't had a job at all this year and it's been marvellous. So I haven't really been buying anything. Yeah. That's the end of that one. Number 13. Is that 13? What books do you need to read by the end of this year? Here's the thing, kids. I don't heckin' need to read anything. I can do whatever I want. I could just stop reading. I could never read a book ever again. I don't know if anyone else has got this, but my Google Pixel phone just heckin' starts talking at any random points. I'm like, Did anyone ask for your opinion? No, they didn't. I can't even remember where I was now. What was it? Oh god, I can't remember. I don't know where we are, so let's just go on to 14. Favourite video or post you've done so far this year? It has to be ranking the Winnie the Pooh characters. It is part of the canon now of that video. Thank you. No, not thank you. You're welcome. Oh god, I hate complimenting myself. It makes me feel very awkward. But yeah, that is banging. Canon. Canonical. That's not how you pronounce it, but whatever. And number 15 is favourite book community members. So for this one, there are so many people that I could pick, but I'm just going to pick 2. And these are 2 booktubers who I've only recently discovered. So the first one is Talani at Tea Time Tea Reads. And oh my god, she is just so funny. She's not only funny, but she's very intelligent as well. And it's just like the perfect mixture for a booktuber, I think, like, because she talks about books in a very intelligent way, but because she has such a funny personality and persona, like, it's really engaging to watch. So I would definitely recommend checking out her channel. And the other one is Danny at Spinelli Speaks. Why can't I pronounce that? Spinelli. Don't know. Danny just brings me so much joy, and whenever I watch her videos, I always puts a smile on my face, man. And I just feel so happy reading? No. I feel so happy just watching her videos, and she has a dog called Dwight, and he is just so cute, and I want him as a pet, and yeah, it's great. It's absolutely great. And yeah, she just reads so many different kinds of books as well, which is lovely. And I love her bookshelves as well. They're beautiful. So I would definitely recommend going and, I don't like saying checking out, but going and visiting Talani's and Danny's channel. Right, so that's the end of the video. You're probably thinking, thank God for that. You obviously must be thinking, thank God for that, because the hecking camera just broke out literally as soon as I said that. Oh, I stood up too quick and now I feel dizzy. So yeah, that's the end. Thanks for coming. See you next time.